Oh yeah. Okay, we're going back this way.
Prototype ship, you are not cleared for takeoff. What's going on over there?
Unauthorized launch from engineering. All ships, secure the prototype. I have visual. Safety's off.
Bye, bitches. Leave. Man, I'm leaving on a jet plane. Sorry, I won't do y'all like that again. It's horrible, I know. Oh shit. What the fuck?
Well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me. Go on in and give everyone the lowdown. We'll take care of things from here.
The fleet is family. Stealing from each other is just what you call.
Got mixed feelings about this job.
Nice to know Neva was right about you. It's good to have a promising rookie with the fleet. won't deny I helped. Let's hope the compensation reflects that. Anyway, I believe I owe you a drink. It's the last time I'm paying, of course. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already with that comment. Sounds like you're on board as a true. I have to admit, the way things are going, I'm starting to believe myself. Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink and my debt is paid, it's time for you to give Delgado the good news.
You need credits. Hit up the
Certainly.
mission
Let's
board.
talk about something else. How did the Crimson Scar become the Crimson Fleet?
After I busted out of the lock, I decided to take things to the next level. I had the key, a few UC ships, and a couple dozen ex-cons at my side. But I needed more, so I sent out the call. Once word got around, it didn't take long for freelance pirates from every corner of the seven systems to show up.
And this is how the Crimson Fleet was born.
Exactly. The key became our base of operations. We spent months reinforcing our position there, making it nearly impossible to approach.
What were the UC's response to the situation?
First, UC security gave up command and raised us to the big guns, the UC Navy. The Navy in turn sent ships to attack the key. I'd say there have been three major attacks over the last few years. And as you can tell by the fact we're heading this interview, all the attacks were embarrassing failures.
Do you feel these embarrassing failures led them to form UC systems?
Absolutely. They've clearly given up and decided to shove the responsibility onto a separate division. That way, in the public eye, the UC Navy can move forward, proud and strong, while UC SysDef continually takes all the blame. It's all about PR spin for them, Gale. That's how the UC operates. Kinda disgusting, don't you think?
The internet is your friend.
Sounds a bit like you're trying to deflect attention off the atrocities the Crimson Fleet commits on a daily basis.
Atrocities, huh? How about fighting the Freestar Collective over a bunch of rocks hanging in space? How about thousands of people dying while a bunch of pencil-pushing bastards sit in a cushy office and draw lines on a star map? Maybe the United Colonies should stop the bullshit and take a hard look in the mirror to see who the monsters really are.
Yeah?
Well, is that he leeches were just pests. I consider trying to raise one as a pet. Imagine having your own terramorph.
Yeah, buddy, that's gonna work out real fucking well for you. Raise a Terramorph as a pet. Just
So wait,
brilliant idea.
you think I'm...
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pull the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some
my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you! Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
I don't know.
Fine.
You see,
Go
I
ahead.
push the fleet. They'd have to
When
catch us
is
first.
enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Cricks need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job? Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will haunt you.
Yeah. Don't mind if I do. And I'll just pop right over to the star station and over to Horizon and throw it in a cargo hold and tote the contraband around with me. Not have to worry about it getting scanned. All right. Alright, so in Elgato's office, I'm about to grab that one. What was the other one? Found the one in the bunks. Jazz's shop. So we'll grab it on the way out after we grab Delgado's. Alright. Yeah.
Tell us what the future holds for the Crimson Fleet.
Changes are coming, Gail. Huge
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
Crimson Fleet will soon be a much bigger player in this little game between the members of the settled systems.
Really?
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the Comspite, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Brooke. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have two of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comm spike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, neighbor. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. No. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her instructions. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind.
I appreciate the work that went into it.
And keep your eyes on the
And I
prize.
appreciate the
We
workaround
have
they
one
did
big
to make it
distraction people
happen.
like us. So I want you
Um,
focused. We are
I think
one step away from
that side of the mod is absolutely amazing.
more than these squirrels.
They were really limited to what they had for as far as voice lines go. So that was, to me, the biggest hamper of the mod. Was it was really repetitive because they didn't have a bunch of lines to go with, which is unfortunate. Because like I said, I really like the rest of the mod. Just like I can't do with the repetitive voice lines. That's the reason why Derek instantly got the boot. You know. Yeah. It would be. That's one of those mods that I really hope Bethesda pays attention to. You know, takes notice to, and maybe, you know, does their version of it. Because I'd say, I'm not, you know, very good with names and I haven't looked, but I'd say whoever did the voice acting for that character is probably still under some form of contract for, you know, later content. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get lucky enough that they'll take notice that it was insanely popular and that was the only thing that it was lacking, and, you know, and do a version of it themselves. It would be great. Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from. But, you know, like I said, they were just really limited on the lines they could pull from.
I don't trust shielding. I got secret.
So, like I said, that was one of those mods that I really hope that Bethesda pays attention to and decides that's something that they want to add to the game. Because it needs added. It's great. It really feels like to me that they didn't expect as many people to be okay with the choice of the Crimson Fleet. Because, like, this whole quest could have went so much farther. You know, they could have gave us a handful of more morally gray companions to run around with. At least one morally gray or, you know, bad character to romance would have been real nice. You know, like one of the biggest things that, you know, that bothers me. Okay, so if you make the decision and you side, yes, absolutely is. So one of the things that absolutely kills me is that you make the decision to run with the fleet, right? So there's not any real repercussion for that. Like, I avoided it the first time because I thought, because I wasn't trying to spoil the game for myself, so I ran through without really looking at anything. No Discord, no Reddit, none of that shit. And I thought for sure that if I'd have sided with the fleet and I didn't, that I would be an absolute outlaw. Like, settled systems, you know, the main planets were out of fucking question. You know, maybe the FC would be open to it, but there was no way in hell that I was going to be able to go back to the Sol system or to the, you know, new Alpha Centauri. That's what I had in my mind, and then I found out that well, that's not the case. They don't give a shit. I was really kind of disappointed with that. But then to even go farther with that is like, so you go through all this, you get an insane amount of money put into the fleet, yet you still go to the same rundown shit ass key after the fact. Like, could have at least cleaned it up, could have fucking started building a new one. That would have been cool. I mean, why not, right? You got yourself a capital ship. Now you need, you know, you need your star station back again. So why not give them, you know, that as an option to start, you know, as quest after you make that decision of, okay, well, you're going to start hoofing parts, you know, a little quest. You're going to go start stealing parts to help rebuild the key. I mean, why not? They got the money to spend, right?
Everything looks clear.
Things were a little too loose.
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. But you did so with an abundance of stealth and restraint. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but...
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter. Please give me your report. It's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit them. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's... brilliant. But is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. It's long overdue. All right. I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck.
Remember to turn in any evidence fragments you find. It's good to have you back. Nice work. Let me take a look. Finally. We've been tracking the Jade Swan for almost a year, but Captain died every time we've scanned that Find anything else? Cost overruns, siphoning project funds? How deep does this well go? Our forensic accounting team is going to have their hands full. I'll send this to Mass right away. Let's just hope that a few rotten apples within the UC haven't spoiled the entire bunch. That it? So Voss engineered a way to directly interface with the Key's mainframe? I knew he was a math genius, but didn't realize he was so tech-savvy. Well, we'll share this information with Galbank. Hopefully it'll help them shore up the security on their cryptocurrency. Find anything else? So, Mr. Yasso is actually Leonel Soto. We thought Soto was dead. At least, that's what the records told us. I'll have the records updated, but seeing as Mr. Yasso has surrounded himself with the Crimson Fleet, there isn't much we can do. Yet. Anything else? Understood. Keep searching and you're bound to find more. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
No. I put in a ticket. I'm gonna have to follow up on it because I don't know that they've done anything with it yet. Oh, yeah. Hmm. What the fuck? Just don't move. Where be you? Hmm. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. Fuck you people. What the hell? Really? The station's not jumping. What the hell? Missions. Action. What the hell is it? Can't remember what was that now. Shit. Let's see. There. Hmm. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. That's something I need. Shit. No. No. Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Hmm. All right, y'all. About time for me to turn. Yeah, it's well past time for me to turn in. Tomorrow we will knock out the rest of this mission. Like I said, we're gonna have to play the end twice. There's no big deal. So. Yeah. Appreciate it, Briar. Let's see. All right, y'all. Appreciate you hanging out, lurking. I'm gonna send you over to fella. He's playing a Avowed right now. He's been trying to work his way up. It's a pretty cool dude. He's easy to talk to. I like him a bunch, so I'm gonna send y'all over there. Like I said, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here, and I will catch you all tomorrow evening. Be on around about 11 o'clock. I'm trying to get to the 11 o'clock mark, but just seems like I get sidetracked and distracted, and I run out of time and getting everything set up. So, but I'll be back on tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. I will see you all then.